Hey guys, welcome back. Long time no see. As you can tell, we are back out at the boat again. Right now, Dave is working on measuring everything for our steering column. We already got a piece of wood over here, which you can't really see. It's kind of roughly cut. We just need to cut it to the correct length here, so that way we can get it mounted up and get everything figured out of where we're gonna put the steering wheel, gauges, switches, anything and everything that we need. Guys, I got actually something special that we're gonna do with the board here. Dave kind of gave me a little bit of the idea after I kind of said something about it, which I'll keep that secret until it's done because it's gonna be pretty cool. But since you haven't seen the boat in a little bit, Dave went ahead and connected this flooring up here and then started working on the rest of the deck. So this will be storage, I think. And then we're going to have our batteries over there. And then the center section is where I'll be sitting. So as you can see, there's a little hole cut out there already. Dave put some extra supports along the section here. So as I'm sitting here, it shouldn't flex or anything. So we wanted to make sure of that first and foremost. Because sometimes I like to lean and we don't want it to stress out the wood or anything. So having a little bit of extra support there is kind of nice. Let's bring it out, take a look at that. So we'll have this section here for structural support and that for structural support. This center piece isn't really support. It can be, and it will probably support, but it's just kind of something for the for our thing here to rest on. Ow! It didn't really hurt. It's okay. But yeah, so we're just out here working. We also got the centerpiece there, that one little piece of wood that you can kind of see right there. We were going to put a step there to go to the front deck, but Dave kind of got tired of the piece of wood that he was using to cover that hole. Kept sliding on him all the time, so we just cut it to fit that hole. And we both kind of agreed, let's just leave that kind of like that, and we'll leave the front part open there. So basically, everything here, kind of where that wood is right there, that will be open. So everything from there all the way up into here will be opened. And what I'm thinking about doing is just kind of having that be my rod storage, quote unquote. I'm not putting in any PVC pipe or anything for like a rod locker. It's just going to be letting the rods go up into there. And then I'm buying a little strap to go from the base there over to here somewhere, so it'll latch down the rest of the poles, so that way they won't be flopping around or anything. I think it'll work out pretty nicely. But we are very close to having this done. As soon as we're done here, we're basically just epoxying all the boards that we have cut. I think we're going to probably measure out boards for the live well as well. It's going to go over here and be a live well dash bench seat type of deal. We're still kind of trying to figure that out. So I think we'll just have one seat sitting on top of it. And then it'll be like a swivel seat, so that way we can maybe take it off or whichever when we need to access a live well. We're not quite too sure yet, but we'll figure it out when we get there. But the boat's coming along pretty nicely. All the pour foam in the back here is done. All the pour foam and pretty much all the pour foaming stuff is done, thankfully. But as you can see, we have the kerosene heater going. It is March, 23rd? Yep, March 23rd. Supposed to be spring. And we get to deal with this. Ugh. we get to deal with all that lovely crap. It's supposed to be spring, and we get winter all over again. Thank you, New York. All right. It's all of our stuff that's laid out here. Ugh. I'll show you some of the stuff that we're planning on doing here while Dave's doing that. So I got a live well pump. I have an automatic pump, and then another bilge pump for the back. We're going off of 3 pumps, basically. Or, well, 2 pumps. 2 pumps in the back, because although the automatic pump will probably be my main pump that I'm using, I like the idea of having a backup pump, and Dave did agree. So he actually found this one on Craigslist. The guy was selling it, and it was like brand new, still in the box. He'd never used it, except for maybe like once or twice, I think he said. So he snagged it up for a pretty good price, and now it's mine. It's my Garmin fish finder that I got a while back. This will be one of our switches for the one of the pumps here, because I went and ordered a gauge cluster like this. It's a little 4 switch, because I didn't think I was going to need that many. And lo and behold, I probably should have gotten a bigger one, but instead of going out and ordering another one, we're just gonna use this, and then find little switches like this on the side here that if we need them, we can get those. Like maybe go to a hardware store and just get like little toggle switches and call it a day. But this is a USB and a 12 volt. I figured it was going to be helpful, which hopefully it should be. We got navigational lights. This is the backlight, kind of like what Dave has here. These should actually be the same thing, because Dave liked the one that I bought, which is that one. He liked it a lot. So he stole it from me and said, don't worry, I ordered another one. So we'll have the same lights in the back, but I got a navigational light for the front. Dave went and did this. I don't know if I showed you guys. So he got LED lights on the front here on both sides. One to shine red and one to shine green. I liked the idea of doing that, but I decided not to, mainly for the fact of that's a lot of wiring, and especially since I'm not doing the wiring, I figured that might be the better bet to do. But we got some little lights as well. I'm not sure where we put them. Oh, sorry, forgot to show you this one. So Dave has a light like this up there. It's sitting on the side. And he had gotten a 2-pack, and I asked if he was using both, and he said that he wasn't sure. So he didn't, so he gave me one, and I'm super excited, because they're supposed to be a nice white bright light, and I can't wait to use it, because it'll be helpful if we ever go night fishing, getting onto the trailer and whatnot. But when I had bought trailer lights for my trailer, I picked up these, which you can't really see what they are, but they're supposed to be little nut lights, basically, and they're supposed to go over the trailer, or the license plate, so it'll shine light down on the license plate. Well, I didn't know that the marine lights that I had, come with a light to shine down on the license plate, because that's how they're manufactured. I didn't think of that. So I went and ordered these little guys, because they weren't very much anyways. And Dave was like, oh, we'll find a use for them. And well, I just happened to think, Dave had put string lights along the sides inside of his stuff here for the storage. And I was like, oh, it would be super cool if we put those little pinhole lights basically just right into the side of there, and see if they shined enough light to light up the whole cabin. I don't know if they will, now that I think of it, so we'll probably revert back to the little strip lights. Like he has like the full strip lights like I showed you first, navigational lights. I had gotten just like almost like side marker lights, kind of like that. Oh, you can't really see it. Side marker lights like that, but white lights, to where I figured we could just put those in the side and they would shine light throughout everything. So maybe we'll take those, maybe we'll take these, and maybe we'll put them on top of the steering column here. This should shine light down on switches and everything. But we'll find a use for them. I'm not sure where we'll put them, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put this down and start to getting helping Dave here. Not that I don't think he's really needed my help yet, but I'm sure he's gonna need me soon. So I'll check back with you when we have kind of everything lined up, and I'll show you what the steering column's gonna look like. Catch you in a bit. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. It actually has been a week. And happy Easter to everyone. I don't know if I'm uploading this tonight or not, but I hope you had a good Easter. But this is what we got for steering column. So we attached these two plates here to give some extra extra support to the dash. And then we have these lateral pieces here for the bracket here for the steering wheel. That'll attach in quite like that, and then the steering wheel will be all set. And now, right now, since it's a different day, we are actually working in the back of the boat here while Dave moves the light. We are attaching our bilge pumps. So I got this guy here. This is an auto bilge that will have, although it's an auto bilge, we're going to have it hooked up to a switch. So that way it's just not constantly draining the battery. This is actually to that. Let me grab this. So Dave just whipped up a couple of brackets here. I just got done filing, so they're not too rough around the edges. So what's going to happen is we're going to take this guy here. Face this way so you have a little bit of light. So we'll attach this to the plate on the bottom here. Kind of make it like a bread basket. Can't really see. There we go. Alright, so it'll kind of just be sitting in here attached this way. And then we'll attach the back of this into... I forget where we're attaching this at, but it'll be to somewhere. That way we don't have to drill in through the bottom of the hull or anything. So I actually have two bilge pumps in the back. Now, two bilge pumps in the back, kind of stupid when you have an auto one, but it's always a good idea to have a backup just in case. This one will be a manual switch as well, but the good thing about the auto is if I turn it on, basically it'll turn itself off. This one would constantly run. So it's just, in case this one were to fail, I have this one as a backup, and then my live well is going to go over here and be a storage dash live well when it's not in use, or it's going to be storage when it's not in use, live well when it is in use. Then I'll also have a seat here. So I also have a live well pump right here. I actually have two live well pumps. This one Dave got off of Craigslist. The guy barely used it. It was like new and packaged, so he got it fairly cheap. But all right, that is where we're at currently. We're not too far in. So we do have Easter dinner to go to after this, but we got until 1 o'clock, and it is currently 8:44, so we'll have some time. We'll probably get these pumps in, and then I'll give you a look at that. So we're going to do some wiring too, I think. Where are they? Oh, yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. So they've ordered this for me. Sorry that I'm tilting the camera on you. This is a battery switch. Well, it's a kill switch, basically. So when it's on, the battery's flowing like it should. And you just twist it, and then it'll shut off the battery. Though I think green means it's on and then red means it's off, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we install it. I would think green means go and red means no go, but could be wrong. But then we also got a fuse box. Those are the two things that Dave got. Then I got a lot of stuff at home that I didn't bring. They weren't really essential to today's project, but I'm going to go ahead and set you down, and then I'll show you when we get the bilge pumps in. See you in a bit. Hey guys, so we don't have the bilge pumps in yet, but I'm going to show you this. So Dave created some brackets here, and that is one of the bilge pumps that he currently has attached. So the blue one is for the auto bilge pump. It only had 2 screws. The black one here needed 3 screws, but then also it needed to be screwed into the back itself. So we used some bolts and nuts, and then Dave siliconed the nuts on a little bit to kind of help hold it into place. And then we death wheeled the remainder off, so that way it can sit flush. Because ideally it's going to go into the back of the transom here. Sorry, let's move this bucket out of the way. So it's going to sit against the middle support here, right?
Yeah.
Yep, so it'll sit kind of down low here, which is why we did the brackets, so it can mount to the side here. And then it'll sit flat down below, so that way it can suck up the water. And as you can see, we got the live well pump put on. That was the first thing we did, because it was also the easiest thing that we could do. Because we just had to thread that through the side, or through the back there, and call it a day. So it wasn't too bad. Yeah. But that's where we're currently at. I think next, after we get everything hooked up into the onto the brackets here, Dave's going to shoot some self-tappers into the back over here to attach it to the base, and then I think we might do some wiring. Not sure. But all right, I'll get back to you when we have everything attached, or we get further along. All right, there you have it, guys. So we have the auto bilge here, and then the manual bilge over here. Oops, sorry, unfocusing the camera. They're all mounted up. So Dave riveted this one, and we used some self-tappers on that one over there. We probably should have just done the rivets, because we weren't really expecting it to be as much of a pain in the ass as it was. So we just need to get a hose clamp for the auto bilge here, so that way it has an outlet. But you can see that the flex hose is already connected. And then Dave is currently working on finding the battery cable, so we can, because he already installed. I don't know if you can see it from here. I'll zoom in. No, here, I'll give it to Dave so he can, so you guys can see it. But he installed the fuse box. There it is. Thank you, sir. He riveted that in, and so right now we're working on the battery kill switch here, which green does mean that it's flowing, or green means go, and red means it's not powered. So we're going to make sure that we mount it the right way, so it'll be facing the correct way, so I know just by the way that the switch is turned if it's on or off. Most common shut-off valves, this way will be on, this way will be off. So we'll be all set to go. So he's just looking for the battery cable so we can attach that. And then by the time we're done with that, it should be close to leave for Thanksgiving dinner. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up when we have this attached, so you guys can see it fully attached and whatnot. And then we'll go from there. Catch you in a minute. Alright, so we had to change the plans. The turkey's already done, and we're kind of getting yelled at to come eat. So I'm going to stop this video here for the month. When we pick back up, this will probably already be connected. Dave likes to come out every once in a while and work on the boat when he has free time during the week. So we'll pick it up at some point, and I'll show you everything that is either done or isn't done. But we should be back next Sunday, so I'll have a video promptly ready to go, and we'll be good to go. But until then, I hope everyone had a good Easter, and y'all enjoy your month. Take it easy.